Now I know it's not IKEA, but this Swedish meatball inspired dinner cost just $7.50 to make, will feed 4 people, and everything came from the Dollar Tree. IKEA might be cheap, but I'm pretty sure even they can't feed 4 people for $7.50. You'll need a box of instant mashed potatoes, 2 bags of frozen asparagus, 2 bags of home-style meatballs, be sure not to get the Italian kind by accident, and a bag of brown gravy mix. Obviously, you don't have to use asparagus if your family doesn't like that. You can use any frozen vegetable of your choice, but what I wanted to show you here was how you can roast vegetables from frozen to elevate them significantly. All I do is take a glass baking dish and line it with my vegetables, breaking them apart as I do, and then you're going to drizzle them with a little bit of oil, season them to taste. I just added salt and pepper, and then roast them in a 400-degree oven on the bottom rack for 25 to 30 minutes, tossing halfway through. For the instant potatoes, the box calls for milk and butter, but you technically don't need that. You can make these with just water. I always add a little bit of extra water to help thin out the potatoes because I find them to be a little dry otherwise. So I heat up 5 cups of water and 1 teaspoon of salt on my stovetop. You don't need to heat this to a boil, just heat it until it's kind of steaming and then it's ready to add the potatoes. Mix well to combine, cover with a lid, and set it aside to stay warm while we prepare the meatball. Add your packet of brown gravy mix into 2 cups of cold water, stir well with a fork or a whisk until fully dissolved. Then on your stovetop, add in both bags of your frozen meatballs into a pot along with your prepared gravy mix, and you're going to heat this over medium-high heat until the gravy mix is bubbling and thickened. The meatballs are already cooked, you just need to heat them through, and by the time the gravy is prepared, the meatballs will be heated up as well. By the time your potatoes and meatballs are ready, so is your asparagus, and here's what that looks like out of the oven, and we are now ready to plate everything up. I portion my potatoes evenly between 4 plates. I use the back of a spoon to make a well for the meatballs to go in. Each plate will get 5 meatballs, and then you can distribute your gravy evenly between the plates and your asparagus, and then this is ready to serve. This is a very hearty dinner that is perfect for the meat and potato lovers in your household. I actually really loved the way that this turned out, and I plan to eat it for my lunches this week, so I moved mine over into meal prep containers so that you can see that this is also a great option for a grab-and-go lunch if you have access to a microwave.